How many times have you said, I'll start Monday. I'll begin next month. I'll wait until the new year. We all love fresh starts, don't we? But what if the next chapter of your life doesn't begin on a calendar or in a notebook? What if it begins with one decision today? Hello, beautiful human. It's your girl, Andrea, and welcome back to Reframe with Andrea, where we challenge old beliefs, shift our perspective, and intentionally create the lives that feel aligned with who we truly are. This week, we've been rewriting our stories together. We picked up a pen. We changed the words that we speak to ourselves, and we edited the script, the story that no longer serves us. Today, we're turning the page because every beautiful story eventually arrives, and it arrives at a new chapter. So, blank paper and a pen. And here's your chance to start rewriting. Have you ever opened a brand new journal? I literally have a ton of them all over the place. I have, I think, four too many on my desk. I'm always writing. There's something for me that's so beautiful about it. Um, but there's also something extremely intimidating at times. Um, Honestly, sometimes blank pages ask a whole lot of us, you know? They they ask like, what are you going to write next? And sometimes you want to stay in the old journals with the old stories. Um, Simply because they're familiar and not necessarily because they're better. You don't need permission. Many of us spend years waiting for confidence, waiting for clarity, certainty, um, waiting until somebody finally tells us that we're ready. But this page, it doesn't need permission to be written on. You just pick up the pen and you get to writing. And neither do you, just so you know. You don't need permission. Tiny decisions write what I think, in my opinion, is the greatest stories. Extraordinary lives are rarely built on extraordinary moments. They're built one conversation, one walk, one prayer, one healthy choice, one boundary, one act of forgiveness, one promise kept, small choices, and repeated consistently eventually becomes a life that you're proud to live. Your future you is reading. Imagine your future self 10 years from now. He or she opens up the book of your life and she smiles. Not because everything was perfect, but because they finally stopped waiting. Progress was chosen over perfection, and you chose courage over comfort, hope over fear, and because of those small decisions, your life became possible. So I want you to turn the page. No one else gets to decide um, when your next chapter begins, not your past, not your mistakes, not your fears, definitely not your circumstances. It's only you. The page is waiting. The pen is in your hand. And your next chapter, well, it begins today. If today truly became the first page of your next chapter, what would you choose to write? Because the power is in your hand, it's in your mind, and it's in the words that you speak. This week, instead of saying, I'll start someday, try saying, my next chapter begins today. Now that's courage. I want you to reflect on this. What's one intentional step that you'll take today to begin writing your next chapter? Share it in the comments and let's celebrate new beginnings together. Now, before we go, take a moment and think about everything that we've discovered this week. You picked up a pen, you changed the words, you edited, rewrote, crossed out the script, and today you turned the page. My dear, beautiful human, that's what transformation really, truly looks like. Not a huge, ginormous, gargantuan leap. Nah, just one intentional choice, followed by another and another, until one day you look back and you realize that you've become someone your past self could only dream about. So don't wait for another Monday. Don't wait for another year. Don't wait for the first of the month. Um, don't wait until you're fearless and until you are perceiving yourself to be ready. The life that you're hoping for isn't waiting on the perfect ready moment. It's waiting on that one courageous decision today. If today's conversation resonated with you, I would love for you to join our community by subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification button, wherever that may be on your screen, on your phone, so that you're notified each time that I come back with a new reframe. And if someone came to mind while you were listening or watching, share this episode with them. You never know when the person that you send it to may need a reminder that their next chapter can begin with one intentional decision. And if you're ready to intentionally create the life that's aligned with who you're becoming, then I'd be absolutely honored to walk alongside you. You can explore coaching, guided meditations, and free resources at innerjourneytransformation.com. Now, this week, we've rewritten our story together. And next week, we'll begin another journey of transformation. So, um, I believe that next week we'll explore something that every one of us carries, and that is expectations. Oof, that's a big one. It's the expectations that we place on ourselves, the ones that we place on, that are placed on us, and how releasing unrealistic expectations, it creates room for peace, purpose, and very importantly, possibility. I love that word. I can't wait to continue the journey with you. So remember, awareness opens the door, and intention, well, it walks you through it. So until next time, my dear, beautiful human, keep reframing your story one thought at a time. I'll see you soon.